Hello everyone, welcome back to the Planet Coaster, and today new video, new park, new happening, new event, new park. What is it? It is another contest park. Again, yes, I like doing these contests, they're very motivating. This time it's a duo contest. What does that mean? That means it's a park that needs to be built by two people. And it's in the Discord of Wix, which is a good friend of mine. He also does stream on Twitch and make YouTube videos and stuff. I'll link his Discord down here. I got paired with a Digit guy from that community, and we're here building a park. Now, what are the objectives of this park? Well, we need to make like a exhibition expo for a World's Expo. So anything that you can basically learn people something or like new developments in the world. And we had the idea to do like late 19th century, early 20th century like World's Expo with all the new technologies of that era. Maybe a plane or a balloon or a car, submarine. That's all, like all those new developments in the world. And mainly I thought of that because it's a really nice thing to theme. Like it's very romantic and very well, it's pretty. It's not that modern. I don't like all the white modern stuff with planes and concrete. Nah, I want bricks and stones and gas and gasoline. Yeah, okay. Anyway, what are you seeing me build? Okay, so everything in these videos so far is built by me, and now Digit has the park after the first 2 episodes. Or no, wait, there's more episodes coming. Anyway, we're alternating between the file, so it may be that you sometimes see stuff being added without seeing it in the video, and then that is Digit's work, and I'll say that then. But first, we've got a layout to build, and it's already done almost here. So yeah, the idea is I have a plane ride over there, which will be replaced by something else, and a balloon ride in the other side, and then a giant inverted mine train that goes around. And that's supposed to be like a new state-of-the-art transport system, like a upside-down monorail. Like if you know BioShock Infinite, the game, that's very similar in how that transport system works between the flying city, burrows and stuff, where you have these containers attached to this steel roller coaster, basically. So perfect concept to build inside the theme park thing, because it's supposed to be a World's Expo, but it's like a fun way of introducing these things to people of that time. So yeah, it's really supposed to be seen as something from that time. It's also not a very large area of park to build in. It's way bigger than the mini park contest I did with the Camelot thing, but it's still small enough to make it not too ambitious. Like we can still plan things out evenly and work towards our goal instead of just constantly thinking, how are we ever gonna do this? I found these cobblestone floor on the workshop. Oh, that can very well be used for an area like this. So when you first enter the park here, you are on a higher plateau than the rest of the park, so you have a nice view of all the areas you're going to visit, and you're going to learn about all these new technologies and maybe a country that's representing their new technology here. And I thought that was interesting. And then I used those ruin pieces again of the workshop, because they work well here as well, so why not use them, right? I don't want to overuse them, but just add a lot. And I tried to make the floor a bit more interesting with the circle pattern, and then some bricks alternating in between. And yeah, you will see a lot of workshop items in this build. I tried not to go overboard with it, because if people want to download the park, it might take a while, and it also slows down your game. If you have a lot of Team TK items, your game may start lagging after a while, but it usually shouldn't be that bad. Like, I mean, I had like 1200 items when I was building this, and then then you have an effect. Now I have like 600 and it's mostly fine. Also my system is like very old, so that's also a thing to consider. Anyway, here's a little flower bed with, well, flowers. Surprise. I tried to make it a bit industrial looking, because at this point we were thinking, right, what is going to be like the theme of our build? Is it going to be more steampunky or more realistically 1800s or 1900? And I wasn't sure, so I went in between, but like slowly but surely it's getting more into like the more classical 1900 aesthetic with maybe some steampunk nuances here and there. I don't know yet. I mean, I don't want to build like another Tesla ride thing, because people have seen it like 100 times by this point. Anyway, I choose these green supports for the coaster because it has a very, well, industrial look. Maybe because, I mean, Baron 1898 and the Efteling also has those color supports, and I thought it would just work well. I like all these muted colors, and it mixes it quite well with like the brown and the grayish. And this is going to be the entrance gate right here, and yeah, people show the ticket in and they get through here. It's like a nice arch-shaped entrance, like there's also in Jollywood, roughly. I mean, it's kind of similar. It's just a general shape I like to use for entrances. And it turned out well. So this episode is going to be the entrance only, and I'll show some cinematics after this. But by this point I'm doing the voiceover. I've already built like 40% of the park. But yeah, that's how it is, you know, just catching up with editing and stuff. It's nice to have some stuff to edit. I'm very, very motivated to build this stuff, because it's nice to have a contest, you know, there's some motivation behind it. And if you have a nice theme and idea, it goes by itself almost. Excuse me. It's late. Anyway, plaster pieces, like these brown pieces, those are plaster pieces. Also TMTK made by Hydro, and the advantage you can have with those is that they're not grid locked, so you can use them in any orientation you would like. And also you have these little half a meter by half a meter objects, these squares, which are great for like art, just like that, if you're a bit creative with it. And just like a classical roof on the a very neo-classical style to it, I would say. I don't know, man. I'm not an architect, you know. I just thought it looked nice. I saw like a university entrance, and I thought, oh, that's a style I could use, so that's what I did. And then, not to forget the dirt decals. Yep, they will have a prominent role in this build, as always, especially given the time frame. It's not specifically the dirt decals that they're doing it. It's just, it gives like more texture to a build than it was previously. Because Planko tends to look very plasticky or like made, like a bit fake-ish, and you can make it a bit more interesting with that. Also discovered how to use reshade properly. You won't see that in the videos probably, but I usually send screenshots in Discord and stuff and on Reddit, and there it can have a big effect, like another skybox or like fake ray tracing. It's pretty interesting. Okay, I chose to use these lights here. I think those are made by a friend of mine named Kevin, and they're very steampunky, or like from that era. Anyway, light bulbs. Now you would think, hey, don't we have those in the game? Yes, we do, but not this detailed, those bulbs. So I use them all over the place. And then more cables. And then we nearly have our arch complete already. And then some more details behind here. I tried to do a very circular pattern across the map. So you have like these main circles of areas in the park. You would see it where the park is complete. But like each different island or like area has like a different type of fencing and wall. To give it a bit more identity, like think Disneyland, but we're more close together in the end. And then I use these metal arms to get the more like archaic feeling of this clearly like early 20th century entrance. Maybe, I don't know, a lot of metal things. Those are also TMTK. So you can see how that plays such a big role here. I'm really curious how my competitors and me and Digi's competitors are gonna do and what they're coming up with for this contest. I know I don't do it for the prize or whatever. I like to win. When I'm really feeling confident about something, I really wanted to do well. So that it's I try to put my best stuff out there, and yeah, let's hope we win. Last duo contest was Operation Vindication that I did, and then also won. So it's exciting to see where we will end up now. That was with Dave. That was really fun to work with as well. Anyway, yeah, a lot of Team TK items here. A lot of metal items, I think by artificial artists. But yeah, you can see how they come into play nicely here. With these the pieces I use on the ground here, they have like a little structurally integer. Is that the word? I don't know. A nice sign here. Yeah, it's called World's Fair for now, but it's gonna be like 1880s World's Fair for a while, and I'm gonna change to like 1900 because we chose to go with a different ride in the end than planes, or like yeah, it's just you'll see, don't worry about it. Yeah, using these Ido fonts again. I mean, we don't have a lot of like nice fonts like that, so yeah, we can use those. A lot of circle in play. That's like the imagery, you call that, right? All the geometry in this building gives like a nice symmetrical view of the entrance. It isn't entirely symmetrical, as you will see in the next episode, but that also makes it more interesting. I used to build like solely symmetrical, but that's not how a real park works, you know. So yeah, happy with that. Tried some fancy stuff with the pathing. What didn't really turn out fancy in the end, but nice nonetheless. Pretty exciting with how this entrance turned out, and so far it's like the most least interesting thing in the park. So yeah, I'm excited to show you all the things we've built so far, and yeah, we're also excited to see where we will end up in the how do you say that, the prizes. Oh, I'm so sorry. I just watched the Formula 1 race and it was pretty tense, and now I'm all tired. My boy Max Verstappen didn't win, which is sad, because we expected him to. But anyway, back to the subject at hand. More stairs. And of course, to each side there is like a nice ramp for people in wheelchairs. Very important, because that realism is key, you know. And since this park is built in the 1900s or earlier, it's not even normal that you have all these accessibility things for people, so we were ahead of the time with that. Yeah, and more stones. And really now the entrance arc is kind of complete. Lots of flags and flaggy imagery, is that the word? I don't know, I quite like a bit of patriotism. And it's not America, it's just, I don't know, flags. I changed the colors to be a Dutch flag instead of a French flag, because that's sometimes the steps you have to take, you know. Very, very important detail. Yeah, I think that's nearly it actually for this episode already. Yeah. So if you enjoyed this video and want to see next videos and stuff, just subscribe and click that notification button. And hope you liked it. Let me know what you think. What would you like to see next? Well, I know what you're gonna see next, but what would you like to see after that? Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone.